they want to go back to their council to have a discussion, and then they're going to come back to us. So we hope that by close of the day, these nurses will come back to tell us that they've called off the strike, because we in the Ministry of Health have shown a good faith to actually facilitate this particular meeting so that we can have a resolution to this matter.
Good evening, and good evening to your viewers. It's a good call. It makes sense, but to what extent does it resolve the impasse? I must say that we feel very disrespected, okay? And all the time, when an issue comes up, look at the patients. We've been looking at patients since 1960, and nurses and midwives go home as paupers. We will not fail this generation and the next generation of nurses and midwives. We are asking for something simple. We have negotiated for a condition of service. It is a collective agreement, and by the labor law, it's very clear. It's binding on the employer. All what the employer needs to do is to implement it. So there is nothing like come to the table and say, there is nothing like renegotiations, and we have said it copiously that our collective agreement is not subject to renegotiations. That said, the condition of service is a living document. It has an expiry date of 2 years. We have already done 1 year out of it. Not a penny, a dime had been paid out of it. Of course, we were also complicit up to some point. I don't fault the employer entirely. But I think that 5 months is good time enough for the finance minister to approve that binding document that I'm referring to, known as collective agreement. If you are negotiating, it's a different thing altogether. We have finished with the negotiations. It's been signed, sealed, and delivered. What is left is implementation. So all what we are asking, I'm saying that our request is a very simple ask. It's not too difficult. What I want Ghanaians to know is that this is very unfortunate. This is very painful. My heart aches. We shouldn't have gotten to this far. But because of the intransigent posturing of the employer and the tactics, I don't want to use certain words, those old-fashioned tactics, let's try and confuse, sow a seed of discord amongst their leaders and see if we can play them against each other. They succeeded in getting some few breakaway groups, and they thought that the members of those groups are not okay. They are very much alive and well. And they know that when they go on retirement, they will go home as individuals. So they are fighting for their rights. And for that matter, they have defiled the orders of their leaders. I thank all those nurses and midwives who have placed their future ahead of any inclination of any sort. And what we are asking is that they should approve the condition of service for us, and we will come. Look, successive administrations, when nurses speak up, they will not look at the content. They will not avert their minds to what we're talking about. They will quickly rush the Labour Commission, seek an injunction. And it's been the tactic. We are ever ready to go to the longest haul.
To call on our sisters and brother nurses to come back to work. Then like yesterday, I said to one nurse that if you come to the hospital now, you as a nurse, and you are pregnant, you are going to deliver, because she was a pregnant nurse. What are you going to say? Will you say, I won't deliver today because we are on strike? You'll be shouting, let's all do this. Let's go back to the negotiation table. If it's your auntie, your mother who is sick, what are you going to do? Will you say, I won't take her to the hospital because we are on strike? And when you go to the hospital, who do you expect to take care of your mom or you yourself? So I humbly add my voice to the Honorable Minister that please come back to work and let's continue negotiating.
Our doors are open and to continue to be opened. And in fact, to tell you, since I came to the office, they themselves, they know the effort I have put in place to resolve other complicated issues with them. This is not the first since I came to the office. So I am committed and ever ready to think through that, even if it has to be unofficial, and I go beyond even my official duties to assist the leadership to maintain and to make sure that there's no tension at their front. This is what I'm committed in doing. Nurses should listen to the plea of the ordinary Ghanaians and listen to the plea of all of us to come back to work to save lives. Whatever it is, we can assure them that when we sit around the table, we'll find solutions to those challenges.
Sunrise on 3FM, the best in the morning.
Okay. But I didn't know you. Oh, mouse also. And let's just say how Cecilia, how many months pregnant? Oh, we'll find out, man. Oh, and Cecilia, I didn't know, babe. We'll go feed. That's how we are.
Sunrise on 3FM, the best in the morning.
But we could run on the next one and catch you and show.
What I tell myself, I call OPD. I OPD for so I'm also good. So I was saying,
now we have no anything. But most of them been on the back.
I'm not going to be able to show. Now, only so you call OPD one of them. He said, Doctor, Doctor should be one.
Okay.
As you can see, almost say, almost on strike. Normally, nurses are on strike, so I'm on general. So I have to take her to another facility to see whether they can take it or not. So I don't know what will happen next. It's very painful, but as you can see, she's on oxygen now. So what should I do? I don't know what to do.
Since morning, I have saying. Yeba yenyo obi amane hweying yetete asan na yede dada san nti aban no mpa bibi no onyam omo no omo hweying yesra omo a yesra aban so mo if it's on pa 6 o'clock ebetna about 10 o'clock 11 it has to say nurse ni bia my so be hweying yesra mo a aban boy na ye.
Thank you very much, Alfred, to you and your team, and then our cherished viewers and listeners.
The best in the morning.
Yes, it is true. We're invited for a meeting this morning at the instance of the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. And this meeting included all the chief executives of all the teaching hospitals, representation from Ministry of Finance, representation from Ministry of Labor, representation from Ministry of Health. It was hosted at the Ministry of Health conference hall. When we got the invitation, as you can recall, this process started about last week. We're thinking that at long last, the Ghanaian nurse and midwife will get a relief and be very active at work.
3FM, the best.
Unfortunately, we got there, and the proposal from government was that, yes, indeed, they acknowledge the delay. They have also acknowledged that we deserve whatever that is contained in the document. But they have budgetary constraints. And for that matter, we have to hold on until 2026 for the conditions of service to be implemented. And this is where some of us now confirm our earlier belief that the employer had no intention of implementing our conditions of service, and that those series of meetings that they were engaging us on were just to pretend to be solving the problem when indeed they had no actual interest in dealing with the issue. As we speak now, all other health professionals in the other unions comprising of Ghana Medical Association, Health Services Workers Union, Physician Assistants Association, Certified Registered Nurses Association, we signed the conditions of service almost at the same time. DS was implemented, but ours, because of the court case that we had,
best in the morning.
It is impossible for the employers to say. Now, if they say we are essential workers and we are being treated like this, is it fair? And I have realized that sometimes when some of these actions, because the public don't know what is behind the scenes, sometimes they think we are being unfair to the people of Ghana. But we are in a situation where me and my colleague, who is another health professional, is enjoying a certain conditions of service, which is also contained in mine. And mine, they say, okay, we to wait.
Minya Ghana need you. Because they said the one we never have president in T. Minya Ghana need you. Ghana for Musorio. Ghana for Musorio. I be before you know Musorio. I be before you know Musorio. I am Munti and I'm a hammer MC. Be vice president da. Me madam board so da. Me my DCO da. Me my minister da. I chairman na media. And I want to be campaigning mommy. I'm not me campaigning my party, and I'm here, Juma. 2013, we are about the boom, Juma. Mubaye, my topping my Juma, my count to far, be Didier was one. Me, my count to club, be Didier was no. So the Tiam and my school fees, a club higher thing. What I say, most of them won't start to my count to so, and Nasabe, me, sick, I buy sick up, a better me.